The latest. Thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you all. When you are a leader, you will always be noticed, not only in your country, but everywhere that you go. You will always stand out. Now, everywhere in Africa, our eyes are being opened. The youth are showing the world that these are the people we want to be led by. For decades, we have only known one system, and that is democracy. And that the leaders under them are democratic leaders. And these are the leaders we have lived with for decades, and we haven't seen anything significant. But these are the same people that African Union is attacking, saying they have to come back to constitutional rule. But now the youth of Africa are showing AU and the rest of the leaders in the democratic elected that these are the people we want. Mahamadou Doumbouya, the Guinea-Conakry military leader who is now wearing suits as a democratic leader to join, you understand. During his inauguration, he invited AES and are all in all the savior, the protector, the unifier, the messiah, the king of kings, the most loved. General Assimi Goïta went there. The whole place was shut down. The Guineans rose up. The whole crowd was chanting his name. The love was too much. I didn't expect this to come from Guinea-Conakry. So all this while, the people in Guinea-Conakry, they are sending a message to Mahamadou Doumbouya that he hasn't been doing well. And he is the only leader who received this kind of love. There were leaders all over, democratic and other whatever, that went there. But the people in Guinea never noticed any of them. The only leader they saw among all the leaders from East, West, South, Central that were there is only all in all General Assimi Goïta that the people really appreciated. He stole the show. Nobody could even notice Mahamadou Doumbouya. They didn't even see their president though. He was missing, just like all in all Captain Ibrahim Traoré did during the inauguration ceremony of John Dramani Mahama, the president of Ghana. The same thing happened.
I would like to thank and greet and especially congratulate President Doumbouya on his election as head of the Republic of Guinea. Also to acknowledge the bonds of fraternity and cooperation that unite our two states. Guinea and Mali are connected not only by history since the time of Ahmed Touré and President Amoura Keïta. Our two countries share good neighborly relations, and we are also linked by culture and especially by geography. And we usually say that Guinea and Mali are like two punches in the same body. That said, I would especially like to thank, greet, and congratulate the Guinean people for their constant support to the Malian people. We recall when there were the illegitimate, illegal, inhumane sanctions of ECOWAS. Guinea was one of the countries not only to issue an official statement to denounce this sanction, but also to openly support the Malian people in these difficult times. It's a duty for me to come and participate in the inauguration of President Doumbouya. Also to thank the greeting of the people in Guinea.
Mr. President, we saw a very enthusiastic Malian community welcoming you. But what did you feel from that?
I would especially like to greet the Malian population residing in Guinea. Above all, I met them and I was told about the good fortune of neighborliness, the fortune of fraternity. But above all, I would like to commend the resilience. As you know, our country is going through a difficult time with the security crisis, the fight against armed terrorist groups, and also some difficulties related to social life. So these Malians in Guinea continue to support the authors of the transition. I really want to greet them, thank them, and especially urge them to continue strengthening the bonds of cooperation, the bonds of fraternity with our Guinean brothers. I would also like to take this opportunity once again to ask them to further explain the vision we have advocated, the Malika Netasa vision, Kabe Samba Flani, Boran Sabama, which gives us a new vision for the development and especially the civilization of our country. There are 11 structuring projects that have been developed in the coming years. These projects will be implemented to develop our country and also contribute to the well-being of our populations.
It was massive. The love is everywhere for Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, our AES leaders. We love them. They are not only loved in their country. We are sending a signal to our leaders in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso that we love them. We support them. We appreciate them. Even though we are living under people called leaders, but we only see them as the true leaders in Africa. Because these are the only leaders who are fighting for the betterment of our continent. These are the leaders who are making sure the African regains his or her freedom. These are the leaders who are giving the African dignity back. They are the leaders that are fighting for the total liberation of the African. These are the leaders who are showing us the way to what liberation, freedom is all about. Unlike this one that is coming to be in suit, to join these people to make sure that we continue to please either the United Kingdom, we please either Germany, France, and the rest that came into Africa and colonized us. Enough is enough. That is the message we are sending to the leaders, those in the democratic elected, that now we can see we are no longer the children they see us that do not understand anything. Thanks to social media, like one time the president of Rwanda, Paul Kagame, said, what these youths can see, even we the leaders cannot see. We see farther than what these our leaders can see. And we now understand that we are not free. And this is the time, the only opportunity we have to fight for the total liberation of the African. And these are the leaders that are fighting in that regard. When they tariff them. When they sanction them. When they ban us, we ban them. Anything that they give to us, you see Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso leaders fighting back. Unlike the other ones that will have to look for people to go and lobby, like Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, paying $9 million when the people in Nigeria are suffering. And Tinubu was the same person who said, things are hard. There is nothing we can do rather than to build a nation with their little resources. And if they claim there's Christian genocide in Nigeria, so for that matter, they're coming to set the Christians free. Why do we now need to pay $9 million as a bribe so that Trump wouldn't come back to bombard Nigeria again? If truly it is to save you, the Christians. The same story was cooked in Mali. And that was the time they made sure these terrorists blocked the fuel tankers. They were burning, attacking, unaliving the drivers so that the people in Mali will rise against this leader. We had even African Union claiming we need international help when they never visited Mali to ascertain the truth about the situation. But Mali stood its grounds. Mali didn't go to give out $1 million, $2 million, $3 million to France. But Tinubu, those in the democratic elected, ran to go and pay this money to beg. All these things that they do in Africa is, you understand what they are looking for? It's for these things. Because they know when they put fear in our leaders, they'll bring the money. U.S. economy is in bankruptcy. We know that. They are no longer what they claim they are. So they are looking for means and ways to survive. And Africa is always the prey. Because they have made sure they give us leaders that can never stand up to them. That's why anywhere that they are with our leaders, we see who is a master and who is still a slave. The equal treatment is never there. They don't regard our leaders. But when it comes to Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, we see how they respect them, how they treat them. Mali gave it back to the United States to the point that Donald Trump, of all people, reversed whatever bond that was kept or placed on Mali within some few days. And this is the power the African needs to get. Like one of our brothers, our father, our uncle from the diaspora said, the Africans are not angry enough. And it is only anger that can push us to fight for our total liberation. We are still sleeping, believing we have freedom. We are independent because of the parading is on paper. We need to fight for our true independence. And that was why Nkrumah said, political independence without economic independence is meaningless. We claim we have independence, that's the political one. But the economic independence that will give us the power that we need, we don't have it. So we are still under slavery. We need to wake up. And we love you, our leaders in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. Just know that you are loved everywhere in Africa and beyond. Because you give us hope. You give us the strength to keep fighting. And we'll all support you in our little way that we can. So those of you in Mali who are speaking bad about Assimi Goïta, just know that you are doing yourself. If you don't know anything, go and ask the Libyans what their fate is today. The so-called imam that is claiming he's just serving France's interests and not you. Wake up. If you don't love these people, at least you can move out so that we can come and occupy Mali because we love him. We want him to be our leader. You understand? We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. United we stand, divided we fall. And united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world in Africa, West Africa, and in Guinea Conakry.